Hey guys, Willie Davidson here. The topic is television coax. Yes, I want to tell you a wee story about what happened in one of our TVs that was on the wall in our bedroom with TV coax. Why we lost the signal and we wouldn't get TV stations on it through using the antenna that was on the roof. Yes. Yeah, it's old. The coax is old, guys. But I found a dangerous flaw in the coax. I don't know if modern TV coax is like this, but I'll tell you one thing. If it is, the manufacturers are needing to maybe design it slightly different on how it's made. Let's just say on the channels that's between the centre core cable and the outer core cable, because the problem I had was, I'm going to tell you, well, now didn't go everybody panicking, oh, this is all going to happen to my telly. This is a thing I never even thought about. I didn't even think it was possible that coax, inside coax, water for the wee box on the roof, when you connect it onto your aerial, that water could actually go down the coax, inside the coax, and just about run inside your telly through the coax. Now that's a scary thought to think about, because we were lucky not to get our telly blown up because of this. Anyway, I'm going to show you the coax. What happened was, the wife had said, right, we've lost the telly stations. Now, I had put it off, guys, and put it off because in the telly, in the HDMI port, we had plugged in an Amazon Fire Stick, so we could get through our Wi-Fi. We could watch television, eh? But obviously there was certain channels that my wife couldn't get because, like, the ordinary telly that you could watch, like Freeview and that, wasn't working because the antenna wasn't working. So where the aerial was, the telly was up on the wall, guys, right? Quite close to the wall, so you couldn't even put your head at the side of the telly and look up behind it. You had to just feel with your hands, right? So I put my two hands up and I says, right, I'm going to pull the plug out and have a look at it. See if it needs a new plug on it or something, right? I was struggling to pull the plug out the back of the telly. I had to get two hands up. Now, an antenna plug in the back of a telly, you get ones you push in, and you get ones, obviously, you can screw plugs in or whatever, eh? Anyway, cut a long story short, I had two hands up the back of this telly trying to pull this plug out, and because of corrosion on the plug, now it was a aluminium plug, basically. I wish I had kept it, but when I had done it, and I flung it away, I flung it in the bin, but this is an old bit of coax. You look at the colour of it, that's paint off the wall outside, because as soon as I worked out what was wrong, I went outside and cut the coax. It was coming down the wall of the house, and you should have seen the water that was dripping out of it. And I didn't want that going back into my telly. So that telly's no got an aerial plugged into it now. What was I talking about? Aye, anyway, this plug that was on the end of it was corroded that bad. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even unscrew it for to, like, cut 6 inches off the cable and move it further up. So what I done was, I got a pair of pliers and I went 6 inches up the cable, because inside the house, as you can see, this cable's brown. That's paint. That's paint for when it was painted on the house. It's brown. That coax is brown. It's the colour brown, right? As I say, I went 6 inches up the cable for the plug, and I cut it. And see, soon, now, we're talking in the house, guys. Cable going up the wall to a telly in the house. As soon as I cut that coax with the plug on it, chopped it off, the coax coming for the roof, no, there was actually drips coming out the coax in the house. And I'm saying, WTF? What the France is this? How's this happening? And then that's what I'm saying. When I looked at the coax, the wee holes that's in it, which must go all the way through the coax and up to the chimney, basically, to the wee black box that is connected onto the aerial, My brother reckons that the crows have been at it, the birds have been at it, or the weather's been at it, the water's got into it in the frost or whatever, and it's burst the seal on the box. Or, as George says, the birds could have probably just took the lid off it, picked it, because we've got crazy daft birds about here, they'll pick at anything. And with it being old, water's got in, and the wee box that plugs in, that it's thing secured onto, it just fills up with water. So guess what? It's gone into this wee channels on the coax, and running down inside the coax, right down and into your telly. Now guys, who would have thought of that? Right, I want to do a close-up and show you how this coax is, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Right, as you can see, a bit of coax. You get them brown, I suppose you can get them black in colour, right? I'll come down close. Right, that there is the centre of the coax. The middle wire in the middle of the plastic, that's like your main sort of wire that goes to the centre of the plug for the plug into the back of your telly. Then you've got the plastic round it, right? And then you've got, I'll call it the braid sort of wire that goes round the outside of the plastic. And then you've got your cover sheath of the actual coax, of what it is. It's brown, right? So you've got your inside wire, which is your middle wire, which is that one. You can see that, eh? Am I getting close enough? See that one there? The inside wire, which is a solid bit of copper, right? Then your plastic, then your braid that goes round the outside. Now, what got me was, see the plastic that's gone round the centre the centre copper cable has got holes in it, all the way round it, right? And goes, it's hollow, all the way up the fricking cable. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's turn this round, right? Now, you seen the other end, guys, what I'm talking about. I don't know how good I can zoom this. Guys, look what I'm talking about. Oh, this camera's doing it all right. See the holes, guys? Now, see if you look closely. I'm trying to do this so that right in the centre, guys, is that middle wire that goes into your plug, right? Look at the holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the size of the holes. And obviously you've got then, just underneath that, you'll have that other cable wire that goes round the outside of it, right? So, basically, the holes I'm showing you go all the way up the coax. The full length of it. So, at the other end that was on my roof, obviously, the holes, the water was coming down it. Coming all the way down it. Right into the plug at the back of the telly. So, I mean, guys, that's all I've got to say. I'd never experienced that before. If there's anybody on this that wants to comment more on this or tell us, look, coaxial cables changed. You didn't get it with these holes anymore. I mean, see when they were designing it with these holes, why could they not go maybe every foot up the cable and then shut it off so that the holes didn't... So water can't run down it, basically. I don't really care. I don't know, guys. But that's what happened to me, as I say. And I noticed when I cut the cable in the bedroom, the 6 inches up the cable for the TV plug that plugged into the aerial socket in the telly, water was dripping out of it. And it was because of these holes. The water was coming through the roof all the way down inside the cable, through these holes, and was going to flood inside my telly. Which, luckily, it didn't. I mean, the telly was up in the wall. We didn't even notice any drips coming from it or anything. So where the plug was on, screwed on, jammed tight, it must have sealed it somehow. Guys, I don't care. But all I'm telling you is what I've seen and what I experienced. But guys, all I'm saying is something maybe for you if you want to check. Have a look at the back of your telly for your socket if you've got old coax. Just so that you didn't get any damage or anything is going to happen to your telly because of a stupid bit designed coax. Okay, right guys, thanks for that. I just thought I'd share that with you. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you've not subscribed. As I say, I might putting videos up on stuff, interesting stuff. Well, this is interesting because I tell you, I've never seen this happen before, and it's quite scary when you think about it. When I cut the plug off and seen the water coming out the holes, I couldn't believe it, that it was actually water running down that and going into my house and then up and into my telly, but it didn't go in the telly, thank God. Alright, right guys, I'll get you on the next one. Everybody be safe and take care out there. I'll get you later. Bye bye then now.